Hello dear students, today let's see Hermitian property, okay, and what is Hermitian operator. First of all, we have seen that in the quantum mechanics there are some postulates. We have seen the first postulates regarding with wave function, right. The all properties, each and everything about the system is included in the wave function, and we can solve that wave function and obtain different properties for that particle, of which we derive the wave equation. So, our second postulate is for every observable. We have seen that for every observable in classical mechanics there is an operator in the quantum mechanics, right. But here what kind of operator is there in quantum mechanics is very important. So, postulate second states that for every observable in classical mechanics there exists an operator there exists what kind of operator? Linear. First of all, first condition is it should be linear. We have seen that what is a linear operator, okay, linear, and again we are introducing the new term which is called as Hermitian, linear and Hermitian operator. There exists linear and Hermitian operator in quantum mechanics. That's it. So, we have seen this. What was that? See, derivative d by dx of x plus 3x square. How we write it? We can write it d by dx of x plus d by dx of 3x square. So, this is linear operator. We can write in this form. But the operator, for example, square root, if we take square, if we take square of a plus b, can we write it as a square of a plus square of b? Let's take some values here. 5 plus 3, square of 5 plus 3. We can write square of 5 plus square of 3. No, it's wrong. See, it is square of 8 and it will be equal to 64, and it is not the square of, it is not equal to square of 5 square 25 plus 9, 24, and it is 34. So, this is not equal to this. Therefore, this operator square is non-linear operator, and so it is not included in quantum mechanics. We cannot use it in quantum mechanics. It is not quantum mechanical operator, but this derivative, it is linear operator, and hence it is often used in quantum mechanics. So, we have already seen this linearity. Now, the most important thing is here is Hermitian. What is Hermitian operator? We are going to study it. See, there are two things. First of all, first is so easy. If the operator follows the condition integration of, suppose psi is a function, psi is a function of x, psi star, a is an operator, a cap, psi dx. What is this psi star? What is this star? Star is called as complex conjugate. Complex conjugate of psi. Psi star is equals to complex conjugate of psi. Okay, this is psi star. And do you know how it can be obtained? Suppose our psi is equals to 2i. What will be the psi star then? Psi star is equals to minus 2i. If there is a term which is complex, there is a complex number in the wave function, then what we will do, we will just change the sign of that function and we will get its complex conjugate. But if suppose again next example is 3x plus 2iy. So what will be its complex conjugate? Its complex conjugate will be psi star is equals to 3x as it is, but here is I. So sign will change, minus 2iy. This will be the complex conjugate of this psi, right. So there will be change of sign of imaginary number. I is imaginary number or complex number. So we will just take negative sign for complex number in case of complex conjugate. But if we have psi is equals to 3x plus 25 and x is real, then what will be the psi star? Psi star will be 3x plus 25 as it is. There will be no change. So for the real numbers, complex conjugate is the same as that of number. So complex conjugate and the real term will be same for real numbers, while for the complex numbers, the complex conjugate will be just negative of that number or that wave function. Did you get? Now if we have the condition, we have condition that integration of psi star a cap psi dx, which follows equality, integration of psi a cap star psi star dx, then we can say that the operator A is an Hermitian operator. So a cap is the Hermitian operator. This condition is very important, just remember this. And in quantum mechanics, every operator is Hermitian, linear and Hermitian. This is the very important condition of the quantum mechanics. We have seen different operators, right? Like px, that means momentum operator, linear momentum operator, L, angular momentum operator, kinetic energy operator, we have denoted as T, potential energy operator, Hamiltonian operator, just total energy operator, Hamiltonian operator. These all operators that we have seen in the quantum mechanics are Hermitian always. All are linear and all are Hermitian. Now the next thing is, see why this condition arose. Why this condition we have to study, because see in the quantum mechanics one rule is there. See, wave function may be complex, this can be complex, operator it may also be complex, okay. This wave function and operator may be complex, but we have seen the one equation in our last lecture. What was that? The eigenvalue equation. A cap is operator operating on function psi and we are getting the value a psi, right. So the operator a cap operating on function psi, it will give us the constant a multiplied by function psi, or we can write it as, we have written as phi of x is equals to a phi of x, right. So this was a function. So if this equation is followed by function or followed by operator, then eigenvalue, this function is called as eigenvalue function, right. So what we have seen that this may be complex, this can be complex, so this will also can be complex, but this eigenvalue, in the eigenvalue problem we are obtaining the wave function and the eigenvalue, right. This eigenvalue is always real. This should be always real in quantum mechanics problems, quantum mechanical problems. This may be complex, this also may be complex, but the eigenvalue a or the constant we obtain in the eigenvalue equation, it should always be, it must be constant or it must be real. It must be a real number. Why? Because we are solving the problems, and so the result we have obtained, it should not be imaginary, right? It should be real. So this is one important condition, and this condition is followed by Hermitian operator. So this condition is followed by Hermitian operator, and to ensure that condition, we are using only Hermitian operators in quantum mechanics, right? This is the basic rule. Now let's see the proof. First of all, psi is a function, okay. We have the eigenvalue equation. Operator A cap operates on psi, it will give eigenvalue A and psi as it is. Now let's multiply this equation multiply by psi star and integrate. This is equation 1. So if we multiply and integrate, psi star A cap psi is equal to, again A is constant, now it can be taken outside the integration because it is real number. So A integration of psi star psi dx and dx, if psi is a function of x, here psi is function of x, so we can write dx and dx. Now do you remember this? What is the value of this? Integration of psi star psi dx. What is it? Probability. And we have seen that integration of psi star psi dx. See, again another condition is, in quantum mechanics, wave function is always orthonormal. We have seen what is orthonormal. That means psi star integration psi star psi dx is equal to 1 and psi 1 psi 2 dx is equal to 0 always. This is the condition of orthonormality. All functions are normalized. In quantum mechanics, functions are normalized. So this value becomes 1, and hence we will get integration of psi star A cap psi dx is equals to A. This is equation number 2. Okay. Now let's see another thing is, now what we are doing, we are taking complex conjugate of equation number 1. Complex conjugate of equation 1. What will be that? It will be A cap star psi star is equals to A star psi star. Now what will be this? This is real number, and we know that complex conjugate of real number is real number itself. So A psi star, it will become such. Now again multiply by psi on left side. See, here also we have multiplied by left side, okay. Remember that we have multiplied just by left side, not anywhere. So from left side and integrate. What we will get? Integration of psi A cap star psi star is equals to integration of psi A is constant, take outside the integration, psi star dx. Here also dx. Now what is again integration of psi star dx? It can also be written as 1 because the function is normalized, and therefore we got psi A cap psi A cap star psi star dx is equals to A. This is equation number 2 and equation number, this is 3 and this is 4. So we get equation number 2 and 4. from these two equations, see this is equal to a, this is equal to a. So we can write integration of psi star a cap psi dx is equal to integration of psi a cap star psi star dx, right, from equation 2 and 4. So we got this, and what is this? This is just property of Hermitian operator. So this is the definition of Hermitian operator, and we can obtain it easily. What we have done? We have just multiplied this eigenvalue equation by here by psi star and here by psi and just integrated, and we got this as a star is a means a is real number always. So we have obtained ensured the condition that our eigenvalue is real, and this condition is given by Hermitian operator only. Again, next thing is Hermitian operator always operate on well behaved functions only. That means only that psi is get operated by Hermitian operator that is well behaved, which is defined as well behaved. And what is well behaved? Do you remember our first postulate? In that we have mentioned that psi should be single valued, continuous, and quadratically differentiable. These conditions, the function which follows these conditions is called as well behaved function, and in quantum mechanics the function is always well behaved, only well behaved function is used, and Hermitian operator will always operate on such a kind of well behaved functions. That's it. Now this was our basic condition for Hermitian operator. Again, more general relation or more general definition of Hermitian operator is somewhat different. It's just modification of this definition. What is that? See, the definition is integration of, if there are, this is the single wave function, right? We have considered it as a same wave function. Now if these are two different wave functions, we are considering it psi I and psi j. If it is from minus infinity to infinity, for what this minus infinity to infinity indicates? It is indicate the whole space, and here instead of dx for whole space we can write d tau. D tau means dx dy dz. It can be written as integration of minus infinity to infinity. Now instead of psi I there is psi j. Flip this. Psi j, now psi j is as it is, not complex conjugate of psi j. Here a cap its complex conjugate and complex conjugate of psi I again, and here d tau as it is. This is more general definition for Hermitian operator. If the wave functions, there are two different wave functions, then we can say that it will the operator will be Hermitian if it follows the condition integration of psi I star a cap psi j d tau is equal to integration of psi j a cap star psi I star d tau. It can also be written as integration of minus infinity to infinity psi j a cap psi I whole bracket star d tau. Okay, it can also be written as like this, and we can see its proof also. We'll see that in our next lecture. Thanks for watching. Actually there is no need of proof, but to understand why this condition is there, we have seen why this condition is there by our small proof. Now for this also we will see one proof. We will prove this with the help of this equation, because we know how this have come. Now from this equation we can obtain this equation. I will see it in next lecture. Okay, thanks for watching.